switching my ETH into Sol in 2022, and particularly in 2023 when it just started breaking out. And then I've been going further out the risk curve because there's always a first cycle group of tokens that do really well as well. Last time it was Solana, Avalanche, Luna, which didn't do very well in the end. And now we've got, it's not clear, but SUI's clearly in that, which I'm on the foundation of. So just a disclaimer. But it may be Celestia, maybe Monad when it ever comes out. It may be whatever it is, right? There's going to be a group of chosen ones. And those usually do incredibly well. Why? Because they're early in adoption. So I just try and do those asset allocation switches. And then I tend to then hold a smaller bag of, let's say, 10%, which would be meme coins or FOMO and all of the stuff you have to deal with, right?
SUI Network is gearing up for a big event on January 1st, 2025, when nearly 300 million of its native token will be released. This is part of SUI's regular monthly process, which increases the circulating supply and can impact investor holdings and market dynamics. Despite a 5.31% drop over the past week, SUI has performed well overall. The token is up 31.25% over the past month, reaching an all-time high of $4.93 from under $1. Analysts predict that SUI could surge another $5 in the coming months, with the potential for even bigger gains. With its strong performance, many investors are wondering if SUI is the right choice for profits. Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal is optimistic about SUI's future and believes it could outperform major players like XRP and Solana during the next bull run. He notes that SUI's breakout from an inverted head and shoulders pattern is a sign of its growth potential. According to Paul's analysis, many expect SUI to surpass $5 in the first quarter of 2025, with some even predicting higher levels. While Paul acknowledges Solana's strength as a well-established protocol, he sees SUI as a riskier but potentially more rewarding investment. He believes that SUI's upward momentum could outpace that of XRP, Solana, and even Ethereum, although XRP is showing signs of an explosive move after breaking out of a 7-year downtrend. Paul advises investors to balance their portfolios by focusing on established coins while also considering small investments in high-growth assets like SUI to navigate the current bear market. According to Raoul Pal, SUI and Solana might become the biggest gainers of 2025. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now, let's get back to Raoul Pal's view on Solana and the overall crypto market.
This is a technology, it's all about adoption. And so I just start doing like log regression charts of these things and just look at the long term. And my thesis is tomorrow going to be more digital than today? Then keep going, right? Because this is the new infrastructure layer for a technological world. You know, if we're going to live our lives more digitally, a simple thing is everything that's digitized goes to zero in cost and value over time. Everything, cloud storage, email, you name it. But then comes along blockchain and you create digital scarcity. So suddenly you can create value in this infinitely deflationary world. So I'm like, okay, this is a really big thing. So once you get to that point, you realize, okay, if this is the new infrastructure layer, it's not going to be one project that wins. And so once you've got your head around it's okay to switch around assets, you're now looking for, okay, I think we don't have many years until we reach full adoption. This is the time to make real money. We've got a bigger problem coming, which is the rise of AI and the robots. And, you know, beyond 2030, things start getting really screwy. So we've got a period now to maximize your P&L.
There are 3 reasons why SUI could target $7.66 by 2025. As SUI continues to rise, its Fibonacci retracement levels suggest that it could target $7.66, and this target could materialize if the broader bull market continues into 2025. Several key factors are driving this optimism. First, SUI's recent rally confirms the market's growing confidence. After reaching $4.91, the token saw minor pullbacks but held critical support levels. This resilience shows strong buying momentum, although its relative strength index indicates overbought conditions. If SUI reclaims its ATH and breaks the psychological barrier of $5, it could enter a price discovery phase. Second, the recent integration with Backpack, a cryptocurrency wallet and exchange platform, is a major catalyst for SUI's growth and could lead to further upside. Backpack's decision for adopting SUI's high-performance blockchain opens up significant opportunities for both platforms. With a user base spanning 150 countries and a trading volume of $60 billion in its first year, Backpack brings considerable credibility. For SUI, the partnership enhances its ecosystem by simplifying asset management and trading. Backpack users will have seamless access to SUI's network. This happened less than a week after Phantom announced that it would be joining SUI. Interestingly, this development also includes the Backpack wallet, which supports multiple chains such as Solana and Ethereum. Paul also shared his optimistic outlook on the current position of the Bitcoin market, predicting further upside for the leading cryptocurrency. Paul highlighted Bitcoin's central role in defining the financial future and its potential for exponential growth. He criticized the perception that Bitcoin is expensive, calling it a result of anchoring bias. Instead, he urged investors to consider percentage-based returns rather than absolute prices. Bitcoin is truly the anchor of the entire space, Paul said, and he foresees its total market value reaching a staggering $100 trillion by 2034. Paul predicts that the current crypto cycle will peak later than expected, likely in late 2025 or early 2026, driven by global liquidity trends. He predicts that this cycle will feature a violent surge for Bitcoin, with prices well above $250,000. Comparing it to the 2016-2017 cycle, he highlighted the structural similarities of the current market but cautioned investors against trying to time the peak. Paul called Bitcoin ETFs a Trojan horse that will unlock institutional adoption, further integrating Bitcoin with traditional finance. He described Bitcoin as a hedge against the depreciation of fiat currencies exacerbated by demographic trends and global debt cycles. Paul recommends investors start with Bitcoin as a base holding and then gradually add Ethereum and other large-cap cryptocurrencies. Paul sees Bitcoin's growth as an integral part of the global financial restructuring, despite continued skepticism from mainstream institutions like The Economist. Traditional gatekeepers still clash with decentralized financial models that highlights Bitcoin's disruptive potential. Paul predicts a seismic shift in the global economy and financial markets, driven by accelerated technological change and a new political landscape. Paul laid out a transformative vision for the global economy and called the next few years a transition to an economic singularity. He described this period as one in which accelerating technological innovation in artificial intelligence, robotics, and blockchain is fundamentally reshaping global economic markets and systems. Paul attributes this acceleration to the political rise of technologists and accelerationists following the U.S. election, pointing to influential figures such as Elon Musk and pro-cryptocurrency organizations as the driving forces. Paul remains steadfast in his optimism about the cryptocurrency market and predicts an explosion in valuation from $3 trillion to $100 trillion over the next decade.